I'm so happy to have you here today to help us with colors and what to wear in midlife, because whether I want it or not, you know, I'm 47, I'm a midlife woman. You are a multi-award winning personal stylist, but you also help for home and corporate styling.
I do, yes. I have lots of hats. Anything that's to do with color, styling, fabric, texture, design, that's my bag.
And you've also lectured at the London College of Fashion.
That's right. I lectured for 3 years in the science of color and fashion buying and merchandising, but unfortunately I had to give up lecturing because it wasn't conducive to having 2 little small children at the time.
And recently you've been featured in the Telegraph.
Yes, because I also was trapped in black. I worked in the fashion industry, Severine, and you know, it was the color that all the lovies wore. But since I broke out of black, it's really helped. I still wear black sometimes, but I've embraced color and I will never look back.
Yes, I actually saw your, I don't know if it's a live or a reel about you mentioning black, and it's like, I could see the difference, you know, what black does to you and what colors do to you. It's like, it's a no-brainer. And I was like, oh, fine, you know, am I ever going to be as brave as you and bring the colors? Actually, I have to say, I wear red sometimes, like bright red.
Red is the color of energy, being in control, feeling confident. So red is a really good color to wear when your energy levels are low and when you're feeling very tired, or when you want to pack a punch with your customers and clients.
So today you're going to share some insight about, you know, what to wear or style. I call it styling in midlife, but I don't know if it's the right term. For me, it's like being stylish and feeling confident from what we're wearing. And you are going to lead the conversation. I've always dreamed to be knowledgeable about it, but I've never been anywhere. And to be honest, I went to a short course at the college, London College of Fashion. That's the one near Oxford Street, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes.
And I spent 3 days, and I don't know if you call you a teacher, lecturer. I mean, she was amazing, and I learned loads, but I got stuck there, not into action.
First and foremost, we've both mentioned color. You've mentioned black and red, and I've mentioned the psychology behind color. So any stylist who takes you on a style and color journey, regardless of your age, has to start with color, because color absolutely underpins everything. It's not about looking at what colors suit somebody else. It's all about staying in your lane and having your own little color and style toolkit. And that's what a stylist will help you do, make it really specific to you. Color, in color psychology and the science of color and all the research that's been done about color, has a profound, the word is profound, effect on how you feel, your energy levels, your mood, how others perceive you. It's okay to wear black, but there has been research that shows wearing too much black will blacklist your brand. Just to give you a bit of background, the reason why women wear black is because black is seen as a color that's quite slimming, but in fact any dark color is slimming, be that chocolate, aubergine, a dark grey, a dark navy. Any dark colour has the same effect as black. It's a slimming colour. So that's one of the main reasons why women wear it. Black is a slimming colour, is because it's a dark colour. When you wear black head to toe, it takes any emphasis and attention away from your body and draws attention to your face, your hands, your feet. So all the external sort of parts. And a dark colour does that, but a light colour doesn't do that, because when you wear a light colour, it does, in the folds of the light, it can cast shadows. So a lighter colour isn't as slimming as a dark colour. The reason why a colour has such a profound effect on your mood is because of the association with colour and nature. That's where it gets its most common association from. So if you think about well-being, happiness, it's being outside generally. If you go outside and the grass is green, green in colour psychology emphasizes trustworthiness, reassurance, calm. If you see a blue sky, it means that you can trust that the weather is going to be good. So colour, the blue is also a colour of trustworthiness. Yellow people associate with sun, radiance, etc. So there are so many correlations of colour with the outside world. So that's one of the things that we as stylists encourage, that if you feel that you're getting in a bit of a rut with wearing the same colours, you know, just take yourself out and about every day, and that will calm you and give you more reassurance to wear colour. Very often, ladies, the colour you like isn't the colour that suits you.
Oh, okay.
A stylist will always help you choose the colour that is most harmonious to your hair, your eyes, skin tone. So, you know, often we could go out and see something in a shop and we say to ourselves, oh my God, I really love that colour. But you love that colour, but is it a flattering colour for you? Because a different pink may be more flattering. Okay, so that's sort of one question answered. The other thing is that if you always gravitate to darker colours, Severine, maybe that in your subconscious is saying that those are the colours you like, and maybe subliminally those colours are the ones you suit. So just to give you an example, with your colouring, you are actually what we call a clear, where you've got dark hair but lovely bright eyes. So in fact, you do actually suit dark, strong colours, but also bright, clear colours. So you're actually quite right to gravitate to dark colours, but every wardrobe needs a balance of colours. So you need really good neutrals, really good dark colours, and maybe some pop of colours. You can't swing the pendulum too far one way. It's got to be the right balance. So although I'm a bit of a colour geek, I always say to my ladies, make sure you have the right neutrals, your most flattering neutrals in your wardrobe too. Well, there are actually 5 main ways of wearing colour. The first way a lady could wear neutrals is the same neutral head to toe. So think charcoal, navy, beige, pewter, head to toe. The second way could be to mix 2 or more neutrals together. And the most common way that's done is if you think about animal print. And the third way would be to put a neutral with a colour that isn't a neutral. So any neutral with any colour that doesn't sit in the neutral family. So be that a peach or a bright blue or a pale blue, whatever it might be. When we are looking at colour, for now, it is just about the relationship and keeping the balance and harmony of your colouring. And it's the colour that you wear under your chin, because the light from colour reflects upwards. So if you wear the right colour under your chin, you'll look healthier, younger, fitter. Fact. And we all want to look younger, don't we?
Yes.
And the colour you wear on your bottom half very much is determined by your body shape.
And do you think we need to change color with age?
Okay, you shouldn't change your colour with age. You should change colour with your colouring. So for instance, a really good example of this is someone like Barbara Streisand, who when she was younger, her colouring was very different to what she looks like now. So it's not age related, it's if your colour changes, i.e. your hair colour changes, your skin tone may change, and the brightness of your eyes may change. So it's not age related, it's if your colouring changes.
If we decide to change our hair color too often, then it might trigger some mismatch.
Yes, absolutely. Any change with hair colour, skin tone, eyes may mean that your colours change. And without us even trying, potentially as women, we could change our colours 3 times in our life, which is puberty, pregnancy, and perimenopause. Those are when we have the biggest hormone surges, which change our colouring. But our colours can change more often if we voluntarily dye our hair. Right, lovely. So 5 steps. Everything starts with colour, and you know, this is where this is probably the biggest part of my business, doing colour consultations from women who have changed. Because, for instance, between pregnancy and perimenopause, their colouring may have changed. Then the next thing is body shape, scale, and proportions. And women fall into 6 different body shapes. Your scale is either petite, average or grand, and your proportions are high-waisted, balanced or low-waisted. So my biggest message here is stay in your lane. Don't worry about what everybody else is wearing. When you know what your colouring is, what your body shape is, your own scale proportions, that's how you dress. Ignore everything else that's going on. The third thing is about style personality. Are you classic, city chic, dramatic, romantic, boho? And whatever you are or whatever you aspire to, you can dress in a way that really, really brings out your style personality and makes you feel like $1 million. The fourth thing is about appropriateness. So appropriateness to your lifestyle. Are you a working mum, stay-at-home mum? Do you work in a very formal environment, etc., etc.? And then the fifth one is about being current or on trend. So for some women, that may translate as just looking really polished and well put together and current. For others, it could be, I want to be a fashionista. I want to wear all the trends, wear the latest fashion trends. So there is no right or wrong. So this is why I keep coming back to saying that every woman will have their own individual toolkit, and a good stylist will not make that individual a clone of themselves.
Can you have more than one style personality?
Hell yeah, you can. Generally, women have two, a main one and a second one. So for instance, most of my clients are working mums, so they have their work personality and then their natural personality for mum. Or if you're someone like me, whose job is so varied, the client base is so varied, I have 11 different style personalities. So yes, you can have more than one, and it's okay to have that.
I've gone from being a brunette to having light chestnut hair to cover my gray. My skin tone is between warm and neutral. I have brown eyes. Please, which colors should I not wear?
Okay, I don't want to be tricky, but I cannot tell by just you saying that. I would have to see photos in natural light, because what you get in natural light is true color rendering. I would need to see photos with no makeup on. So with that description, I can't say. Online, I do color consultations all over the world online. I had a client yesterday from Seattle. When you're looking at an individual's coloring, you have to see them in natural light, because natural light gives you true color rendering. It is the harshest light, if you like. So if you look great in natural light, ladies, you're going to look great in every kind of light. And it's about understanding the undertone, the value and chroma of color that suits you. So every color has three components, which falls under the Munsell system banner: undertone, value, chroma. And every individual has an undertone, value and chroma, but it's in which order it appears. So one of them will be your dominant, one will be your second dominant, and one will be your tertiary. So I don't want to go into too much detail because there is so much science behind it, but just let me give you a quick idea. Undertone would mean if you are warm or cool. Value would mean if you are deep, hope you can see that, or light. And chroma would mean if you are soft or clear. Okay, so everybody has all three, and it's in which order they appear. So for instance, I am, would you agree, Severine? A deep, because I've got dark hair, dark eyes. I'm a warm because my skin is so yellow and it tans easily. And I'm a clear because although I have dark eyes, I have a little twinkle in my eyes, which makes them quite sparkly and clear. Then you will get your own personalized color wallet, which shows you your best 42 colors as a guide, but you could probably wear more on top of that.
42 colors. Wow.
But that's just scratching the surface, because you can wear more colors that are slightly lighter or darker or cooler or warmer or clearer or softer, depending on what you are.
Do you offer just clothing styling or also hairstyle, color and makeup advice?
Absolutely, all of that. Again, I have done an IGTV of behind the scenes of a color consultation, because you'll see all the things we cover. But hair advice is absolutely critical. And what I get really surprised about when I see clients is probably 80% of them need to have a think about and reconsider the colour that they're dyeing their hair. So the colour consultation includes hair advice, makeup, colours, colour combos. It's super thorough. It takes an hour and a half. I've just got some bullet points, ladies, that I would just like you to take away from this, is that if your colouring and body shape has changed, don't look backwards anymore. Just keep moving forward. Because, for instance, if your dress size has changed, size doesn't matter. It really doesn't. What matters is the shape and fit and style of clothes you are wearing. So we don't have a time machine. We can't go back. So let's just keep moving forward and make the best of where we are, midlife, whatever you want to call it, and beyond. Okay? Stay in your lane. Don't worry about what anybody else is wearing or doing. You may like what they're wearing, but you have to ask yourself, will it suit me? Is it right for me? And, you know, you have to factor in all of those 5 things. And do not compare yourself to your younger self.
Do you think that natural hair color is always the right tone and the right color, or we should do something about it when there's no gray hair?
It's personal preference. It's absolutely personal preference. If you are going to color your hair, then my advice, what I advise on, is make sure it's the right color you're coloring it. And the reason why hair color is so important is because it uses the same measure of color, which is the Munsell system. So hair color factors in your undertone and your value, not chroma, undertone and value. And what's really surprising is we spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on our hair, but we often don't know what the formula or the colors are that they're putting in our hair. And I just have a look at an individual lady and I say, yeah, love the color you're putting in your hair. It balances really well. Or I might say, it's a little bit dark, it's a little bit light, it's a little bit too warm, it's a little bit too cool. So that's how I do it.
How can you recommend someone who goes to a salon to have their hair dyed about the color? Because obviously, even though you might tell them this is the color that suits you or the range of color, you don't know at the salon they're going which type of dye, which brand, and so on. So
whatever brand of color you use, whatever brand, it's all underpinned by Munsell.
Oh, okay. So they're always an equivalent.
Absolutely. So so for instance, I'm a 6 and a 7. Wherever I go, if I say 6 and 7, cool, please. Whatever brand I use, Weller, Majorelle, Aveda, it will be the same color.
Oh, this is amazing. You know, I'm not dyeing my hair, not yet. I have a few white hair, but not enough. So that's really good to know for the future.
But Severine, it's personal choice. Some women are happy to go gracefully, others don't want to. It's not my job to say color your hair or don't color your hair. But when they come for consultation, it's my obligation to say and look at their hair in relationship to skin and eyes as well. And then it's their choice. Sometimes they say, I love it as it is. No problem.
And you do also with the haircut?
Yeah, so that comes into style consultation. I look at face shape and the best hairstyle. And, you know, that also depends on hair texture and all of that sort of stuff.